Hi everyone, my name is Lisa. I have a sister, Elisa, who has hated me since I was born. We never had a good relationship, and I thought I got used to her shenanigans, but I was very wrong. At the time, there were mass protests all over the city against the shooting of dogs and the abuse of dogs. Someone leaked a video online of several guys bullying a poor animal, but it was impossible to make out the faces of the people in the video. It cut off abruptly. People were furious. They wanted to find these animal abusers, but they couldn't, and they were marching all over the city demanding they find the bad guys and make them answer for what they had done. That night, my family and I were watching the news. My father and I and Elisa were sitting on the couch. I was texting my friend and reached for the popcorn, but at that moment, Elisa kicked me so hard that my cup fell out of my hands, and all the popcorn spilled out onto the floor. My mother saw it from the kitchen and yelled at me for being such a sloppy pig. Elisa immediately repeated those words to me, and I was all, "You did this! Why are you taking it out on me?" I pushed her a little and she dropped her phone, and I saw the same video they showed on TV about the guys with the dogs, only this time you could see the faces clearly. Elisa immediately understood that I had seen it, called me a bad word, and ran to the bathroom. I was hungry, so I went over to my mom in the kitchen and asked her for something to eat, to which my mom replied that she didn't have time because she was making a cake for my aunt's birthday tomorrow. The cake smelled so good that I couldn't resist tasting its creamy custard, licking it lightly. Mom immediately whipped me across the head with a kitchen towel and kicked me out of the kitchen. "You what? I just said it was for tomorrow. What kind of behavior is that? Are you trying to ruin this for me?" I sighed and sat down on the floor by myself. You can't help it. When my mom cooks in the kitchen, no one else can be there. I just have to go to bed hungry. The next morning began with shouting at me. My mom yelled at the whole house about who had ruined the cake during the night. I didn't even have time to get out of bed before my mom ran into my room, asking me if I had eaten a piece. What? What are you talking about? Mom showed me the cake that was missing a few slices. It was like they'd just been ripped out in the middle with a spoon. "Did you do this?" "No, I didn't." "You're the only one here who eats cake with a spoon." "I didn't do it." Elisa came in behind my mom and took my blanket away. "Jeez, Mom, look." My whole bed was covered in crumbs from the cake. I was shocked myself. "Mom, I didn't do it." "Well, who else did?" "It was Elisa. She set me up." "Stop accusing her. If you did it, admit it. Not only did you ruin the cake I baked all day yesterday, but you're blaming it on Elisa." "But..." "That's it. I don't want to hear any more. And by the way, as of today, you'll be going to the same school as your sister. I warned you, a few more incidents like this with your sister's accusations, and you'll be in a school together." "Mom, I think you're right. I think it will allow us to get on well. Lisa and I can become friends." "Take your sister's example." Mom went out then, and I looked at Elisa obliquely. "Why did you do that?" "Do you think I want a dumbass like you in my school?" "I don't think so. I just wanted to ruin your mood. That's all." That bitch left, and I went and got ready for school. My sister met me on the doorstep and told me that it was her school and that I had to follow some important rules, including not talking to boys, not becoming popular, and keeping my voice down. As if I'd enjoy being there. After my first class, I got lost looking for my next one, and I saw Elisa. She was standing with her back to the door, talking to someone on the phone. "Yes, I told you the video wasn't free. I'll send you the second part as soon as I get the money." "Well, where are they?" "Of course, the second part shows the boys' faces. Close up." "Do you want to extort money from them?" "You want dirt like mine? I'm expecting payment." What? What video was she talking about? Wasn't that the one that everyone was making a fuss about? I remembered that you could really see the guys' faces clearly. They had uniforms like... That's right! Those are the soccer uniforms of the guys from this school. Is Elisa going to turn them in? I mean, she's supposed to have a boyfriend who's the captain of the team. I always knew she was a bitch and never thought about the feelings of others. But to be so cruel?
Meeting, general meeting.
someone said into the microphone. I ran away from the office and went into the hall for the assembly. The principal was speaking, and he said that he'd received a call from journalists, and they were aware that our school kids were somehow involved in the dog scandal. Please come voluntarily to my office so we can get this sorted out before it's too late. Elisa pretended this was the first time she'd heard about it. She's a good actress. I knew that, but how could she hit on a guy from that company right away? He wasn't in the video, but part of his crew was. I'm sure he didn't even know. The principal was so angry, and I was sorry to see that guy, his face pale, and I could see how disappointed he was. The principal said that the captain would be punished first, but that wasn't fair. Stop! I got up from my chair, and everybody was staring at me. What? Who are you? I'm the new girl. My name is Lisa. Do you know something about these guys? Who are they? Are they really from our school? That's not what I meant. I have an idea. Since we're on the cusp of black PR, what if we don't make some kind of grand gesture? What are you talking about? If there's bad publicity, there's nothing we can do to stop it, but we can at least try to silence it. Everyone listened attentively, and I suggested that we hold an auction. Since people are already speaking out against the shelling, why didn't our school sponsor one of the shelters? I have a friend at a shelter for homeless animals. She said they would take in more street dogs, but they just don't have a place to put them. They need to build some enclosures at their own expense. The building materials are inexpensive. It would help us save our reputation a little bit. Right. That's a good idea. I'll go confer and let you know when we can start. Everyone applauded me, and the team captain had hope in his eyes. I was happy for him. I liked him immediately. The whole of next week, we went to the shelter after school and built 10 aviaries. Plus, we bought food with remaining money and even wrote about ourselves in the media and on TV. I became a popular girl, which my sister didn't like at all. The team captain Woody suggested we have a cafe party to celebrate our debut, and everyone supported the idea. He thanked me personally for saving his team. I know it's one of mine, but I can't find out who. Thank you. Thanks to your idea, it all ended well, and everyone forgot about that video. I brought you a coffee, as a thank you. Oh, you shouldn't have. Thank you, it was my pleasure. I took the mug, but Woody was pushed from behind and the coffee spilled all over me. Good thing it was cold. I stained my white shirt, and Woody apologized profusely. I'm sorry, I'll take you home. No, that's okay. It's okay, well, but it didn't work out that way. I feel guilty. At least let me take you home. We drove to my house and had a nice little chat in the car. I couldn't help but ask him about my sister, but Woody replied that there was nothing between them and never had been, that she was just hitting on him and he didn't know how to blow her off anymore. I was glad to hear that, honestly. I said goodbye to him and went home, but my sister was already waiting for me on the doorstep. What did I tell you about the boys at my school? Don't talk to them, especially to my boyfriend. He's not your boyfriend. You're not even in a relationship. I went to my room, and Elisa shouted at my back that I was going to regret it. The next day at school, we were having a party. The principal opened it, and everything was going well. And then the floor was given to me, the hero of the occasion. I got up on the stage and I wanted to say a few words, but Elisa interrupted me. She took the other microphone and said I had distributed the video and filmed the boys. Everyone was so shocked. What? No way! The crowd shouted. The principal demanded an explanation. Elisa went on to say that I'd made up a plan in advance just then to become popular and gain attention at this new school. I accidentally saw the video on her phone, but I couldn't download it because she then snatched the phone out of my hands. I kept my cool. Woody came out of the crowd. Is it true? He asked. I had no choice. I knew my sister too well, so I showed everyone the video of her conversation where she was demanding money for her video, which she had taken with her own phone. The director demanded my phone and hers. I handed it over right away. There was nothing in it, of course. Elisa was embarrassed at first, and then she said she wouldn't show them her phone, and the director called our parents in outrage and then said he would expel her. She ran away crying, and that's how I became the popular girl at school. Things were going well for me then. My studies, Woody and I started dating, and everyone knew me and respected me. At home, my parents freaked out about the situation, but eventually Eliza got a place at another school. I saw one time Eliza went to Woody's house in the middle of the night and she wanted to talk to him and explain everything, but he wouldn't even listen to her. I went over there and told my sister to go home. What's done is done. It will all be forgotten. Eliza cried bitterly, saying that she wanted to hurt me many times and that she hated me for what I had done to her life. She left and I said goodbye to Woody and followed her, but after a block, I saw that she was surrounded by those soccer guys. They wanted revenge. I stood up for her. The moment one of them wanted to hit Eliza, I punched him myself. My sister was surprised. "If you lay a finger on her, I'll destroy you." The boys walked away. Eliza hugged me in tears and asked my forgiveness for everything. "You're my sister, whatever else you are," I told her. Tell me guys, did you like my story? Write your opinion about it in the comments below the video. Don't forget to like it, share the video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel.